Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Play On Podcast. This is episode 87 with your hosts, Jerry and Jesse. Uh, International break.
International break, our worst time of the year. It's worst 10 days ever. We get the back. Oh my God, oh my God, hello? We
Yeah,
get back to club football on the weekend, so that'll be great. Change of pace. And I'll start off right away, dude. It's a very slow news week. Whatever transfer news you do see, ignore it.
it's probably not true. It's just people just trying to talk about anything.
Anything and trying to create drama. But Barcelona is actually coming back to their stadium. They're facing Athletic this Saturday or Sunday. I forgot what day with a $45,000, 45,000 person capacity. So that's cool. We're finally back. So get some aura, a great stadium, yeah, a lot of fans, and hopefully I'm pretty sure it's gonna be filled. So that's cool, you know.
Yeah, it's always good to go back to your home stadium. I know we both ex have experienced that this decade. We had to play at the Alfredo Di Stefano stadium, basically our practice grounds.
I feel like
And
Real Madrid didn't play there for too long.
it feels like that because we were playing during COVID,
All right.
so it didn't feel as long.
Right. But yeah, the Barca one feels like forever, dude. I think Xavi's season they played it. The last time they played there.
Yeah, it was like I think at the end
Hmm.
was the last time, and then. Well,
Yeah.
not even that. I think it was like the last season was when they started playing in Mondrian.
Yeah, I think so, but it's been too
It's been like
long.
2 years.
I miss what the stadium actually feels like. So I think we finally gonna get that back. Slowly but surely. Messi went there, so he blessed it. We're just gonna win everything at this point. As far as anything else for Barca, the one thing I do have is Pedri. He's accelerating his what is it called? His recovery. He's actually gonna be back for this game against Athletic. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he gets minutes. I hope he doesn't because I hope they don't rush him. But he's definitely needed. So that's exciting news.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we've all been struggling, or our players have been struggling with muscle injuries, and it's because, the schedule, as we've been chirping on about, like it's just a lot. The players, their bodies have been, suffering. We're like this international break, we've had a lot of players suffer from muscle injuries. I know you guys have been dealing with throughout the season. I think every team has just had muscle injuries because, players can't play like the amount of games that they've been playing, and especially with like no break.
Yeah, players should start doing what Marcos Llorente does, which is just straight up red light throughout his whole house. Yeah, have you seen that?
Yeah.
He's insane. So I want to know the benefits of that, but if he's doing it, might as well do it, copy him. But he does take it to the extreme. But yeah, more than ever, now athletes have to invest into their bodies and invest in a lot of recovery, dude. Because that's how you avoid all those injuries. And Marcos Llorente hasn't really been injured too much, so he's probably onto something.
Well, I know there's the whole red light therapy, but I don't know how much it works to that extreme. I
That's
know
what
a
he
lot of
does,
players
dude,
that
all day. Imagine that.
I couldn't handle it, dude. I feel like it drive me insane.
I know that's how I feel. Like I wonder if he watches TV or it's that's probably too much blue light for him.
Yeah. Yeah, blue light's a negative. He's like, "Ah, I can't do that." He has a red tint on it.
Yeah. If you haven't seen his house, there's a picture of his house in the dark and it's just straight up red. So, but hey, yeah, players have to start investing into their bodies and do that. I think Haaland, he started doing YouTube and I've seen a couple of his videos. He does vlogs. He eats
Hmm.
raw milk, drinks raw milk. And it came out in an article that people shouldn't be doing that because they're just grabbing any raw milk. But no, he goes to a specific farmer that gives him high quality raw milk. So that's why he doesn't get sick. But yeah, he goes to extremes. But like obviously the normal thing now is ice baths.
Well, yeah, I think even I remember we were talking about La Liga Beyond, like it came out on Netflix. It only had one season. I don't know why they didn't continue. It was a great series, but I know they followed Ferran Torres, and he was talking about how he follows the uh what is it, the sauna and then ice bath, then back to sauna. Like that heat and cold is like really good for the body, and he was like talking about that. So it
Yeah,
looks like a lot of players are starting to look into it.
we're gonna have to hop on that trend, Josie. We're gonna have to hop on that trend.
Yeah. Well, I also saw Pedri said that he switched completely to like a pescatarian diet because fish is really good for you, but I miss me with that. I can't do that.
I would attempt it if I was an athlete. I'm not an
Yeah,
athlete, so
yeah,
but it has to do something with like inflammation and all that. So like fish reduces inflammation compared to red meat. Red meat kind of elevates it a lot. But yeah, he followed Dani Carvajal's also like diet with like gluten free. So if he does want to eat bread, he eats gluten free bread.
yeah.
So it's insane. But that's our rant about Pedri. Do you have any news for Real Madrid, Jesse? Any Real Madrid news?
Well, there's reports of Rudiger potentially being back, coming back from his injury. He has had a lengthy layoff. He's been seen training with the team again, but with that, a bunch of other players have gotten injured. Housen had to come back from Spain because he picked up a another muscle injury.
Hmm.
Uh, Franco Macedonia is still out with his pubalgia situation, and Federico Valverde also has a muscle injury. I can't remember who else came back. Oh, Camavinga picked
Hmm.
up something else with the France national team. So, just more injuries.
Yeah, the injury plague is going around everywhere. So players are getting back healthy though at probably the best moment of the season because they have pretty much 1 month before they go on break for like 2 weeks for
Winter
Christmas
break?
break. Yeah, winter
Yeah.
break. And then January, probably one of the roughest months. January and February, one of the roughest months of football because it's like every 3 days.
Yeah, every 3 days, everything's crammed in and you just gotta get used to it.
As if it's not crammed in already, but yeah, it's even more. So it's exacerbated. There's no switching of the schedules. It's just straight up play, play, play. So perfect timing. But
Yeah, and it
go
gets even worse, especially if you're in the Champions League playoff spots, because then you get those extra, what is it, 2 games? So
yeah,
it'll be rough.
more travel, everything. But yeah, as far as this episode, again, we don't want to go over to the international break too much. One of the things we do want to know is Suriname, the lowest ranked FIFA team in the world, is potentially qualifying directly to the World Cup. All they got to do is get a win on Tuesday to qualify
Mhm.
directly. Um, Ireland has qualified for a World Cup, and that's probably the biggest news in Europe. Um,
Did they? I thought they only qualified for the playoff spot because I think the
yeah,
first spot.
yeah, they qualified for the playoff spot, but even then, that's a huge victory. We'll see how they do in the qualifier. Because yeah, I miss the old qualifiers. I think we briefly talked about it in in last episode. The round not the Real Madrid, the Portugal Sweden one was the most insane one of all time.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best qualifiers. I think the best qualifier of all time. You don't really get those like that anymore. So
Yeah.
it's sad.
Yeah, but also speaking of Sweden, they've done horribly in qualifying for the World Cup. They're in
Yeah.
bottom of their group, and it's surprising considering the amount of talent that they have there. Gyökeres, Isak, a couple other young players mixed in there. Like you would expect better from them.
Yeah, they just had a horrible run because I know when Isak was at his level, they were doing great, but joins Liverpool, falls off, fitness, form, everything, it just all adds up. But Norway, probably one of the most scarier teams going into the World Cup, qualifies directly, and they thrash Italy on top of that. So I'm excited to see Haaland in the World Cup. I know he was pretty pissed off last World Cup because he didn't even make it, him and Odegaard. So
Hmm.
it's gonna be an insane partnership when they go up against other nations.
Yeah, I mean that's what you love about the World Cup, that there's just so many good teams and players spread all around. Because even like sure you have like the classic favorites,
Yeah,
but the smaller teams, there's always those upset teams that they have that one player that's just on a magical run.
yeah, definitely. So can't wait to see who that player is.
Yeah.
But as far as this episode, we're gonna go to the top five ranked teams in FIFA, and we're gonna create their best 11 going into the World Cup. So we're gonna start off with the best, most favorite nation right now, according to FIFA, and that is Spain. And let me share my screen. Jesse, at goalkeeper, who would you pick? Right now, the number one is Unai Simon.
I think Unai Simon, I think he's a solid goalkeeper, but I think uh
The number
I,
two is Raya.
yeah, don't talk to me about him. He would be third at best for me, but I think Joao Garcia, I think he's really good. I think he should be number one, but I think no matter what form he's in, I think De La Fuente is gonna stick with Unai Simon, but I this is what our ideal 11 would be.
Yeah, I think they're gonna stick with Unai Simon too. And then if for some reason they don't take him, it's gonna be Raya number one. but I think Joao Garcia is probably the best keeper they do have. But again, going off of that. But this is our best 11 that we think they should start with.
Yeah.
Right back. There's only one answer, right?
Yeah, Carvajal.
Yeah, it's their captain. He has to start. And again, if he's in great form, it's fantastic. Right
I
center
think this
back.
I think his partnership is already stated. It should be, Housen and Pau Cubarsí. I
Because
know
yeah,
he's
go ahead.
yeah, my bad. I was gonna say he starts Lenormand usually,
Hmm.
but I just don't see it. And his form with Atletico has fluctuated this year, but I just think even though these two are young center backs and they haven't had, the same season as last year, they're still provide you with the highest level and a solid base to follow.
Yeah, the reason I would go with these is obviously your reasoning too, but also like for the future World Cups, these two are going to be the partnership for the other two World Cups they'll play. Like they're
Yeah.
both young. What is he? Hodgson is what, 19, 20?
Yeah, 20.
Kubarasi's 18. Like this is exactly what you want. You're just developing. Not only would they compete in this World Cup, it's not like you're developing them. Well, you are that you're developing them, and they're also really one top five in their position, if anything.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have that going forward. Left
I
back.
I think this is the most contested spot because I think Cucurella has been, a stalwart for them, but uh there's also Balde from Barca, there's also Carreras from Madrid, and I think either one is like there's no wrong answer for those three. But I think he sticks with Cucurella.
I think he sticks with Cucurella, but personally, I would probably pick um Carreras. It hurts me. It hurts me. But no, I think right now he's in great form. He provides a lot. I think Balde this season has been lacking in defense.
Hmm.
Carreras has been all around great, just going up and down the flank. So, and even sometimes even playing center back, so he has that opportunity. And plus, he created that partnership with Hoytson, so they're gonna have an understanding.
Yeah, I won't say no, but I think either three, depending on form, just will fit into the squad perfectly.
Yeah, like you said, probably the most contested spot, and you can't go wrong with any of them. Because yeah, like you said, Cucurella, underrated. You wouldn't think his name, but he's been playing great for Spain.
Yeah.
Uh,
Midfield.
yeah, midfield. Where do you want to start?
I think we should just put the players that we know for sure are there. Pedri,
He's more of a left. Pedri. Who else?
Subimendi.
Not Marino. Oh, he's a striker, right?
Yeah.
Pedri and
Well, not.
Zubimendi.
I don't think he makes it a striker, but
Yeah.
the other one's tough. There's so many players that could fit in there. Fermin Lopez when he's in great form.
I think he plays
Baena,
not Marco Fabian. Why am I thinking Marco Fabian? Fabian Ruiz.
Fabian Ruiz. Yeah,
I think you would probably have to go Fabian Ruiz because he had a great Euro. But yeah, I think this partnership is kind of established. And again, you can't go wrong because Pedri, tempo guy, Subimendi, great holding midfielder, and the Ruiz can do a little bit of both. And yeah, pretty much he can do both, attacking and defending. So I think this is probably the best
yeah.
midfielders.
And then you can't like also their backups are also amazing. With
Yeah.
Fermin Lopez giving that attacking punch, Daniel Olmo depending on his form because he'll give you that one great game, but then the rest aren't there. But you know Pablo Barrios, Baena,
Yeah, definitely. It's hard, but I think this is probably their best three. Like you said, it's interchangeable, but right wing, it's not contested at all.
yeah, Lamine Yamal,
I even would say the left wing isn't contested either.
Nico Williams
Yeah. Oh,
if he's healthy.
yeah, they were all assuming that this is healthy.
Yeah.
Or who would you pick at left wing?
If he wasn't,
Yeah.
maybe I'd put Baena there or Fermin,
Yeah.
or maybe just put Ferran Torres there. But I think at striker, I think also Oyarzabal is just set in stone. He's so good for them. He does so much.
I was gonna, yeah, Oyarzabal was not a, it's a great choice. Personally, I was gonna pick Fermin to be different
I
because
understand why you would do it, but I feel like they just Oyarzabal provides like that stability of allowing those two
he's a great
wingers to
post.
play. Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
it's
I don't think you can go wrong.
yeah, especially not having Morata there. I swear if they have Morata there, that's
He's
a
gonna get called up,
crime.
dude. He's gonna be a bench spot.
He shouldn't even be called up.
But yeah, we think this is the best 11 that they have going into the World Cup. Is this a World Cup winning squad? I could
I
see
think
it.
so. I
Yeah.
see. Even though it's very young, it's just so talented.
I wish they would give you the average age. That would have been cool. I think SofaScore does that, but yeah, let us know your thoughts on this squad. Would you change someone? Would you change the striker? I think their striker is probably their weakest point, but let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
Now, the next team,
Argentina.
Argentina. Oof. Same formation,
Oof.
4-3-3.
Yeah, well, there's a chance we'll have, every defensive middle there, but we'll go 4-3-3.
Goalkeeper, there's only one, right?
Am I not?
Where is he?
It's Maig.
Wait, what? Emiliano?
Oh, dude, I'm
No,
thinking
this is
France.
France. No, no, this is France.
I was thinking this is Argentina. Dude, I was oh dude.
No, no, no. They're number three, I think.
Yeah, I'm
You gotta
tweaking, I'm
hold your
tweaking.
horses, dude. You gotta hold your horses.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you got Dibu,
Debo, who's had a rough start this year with Aston Villa.
because he was clubless at one point, because he wanted to leave, but didn't. So it was a slow start, but he's started to get back to his level.
Yeah, so that could be a question mark depending on how things go for Argentina, but so far I think they just go with what they know about like safety.
Yeah. And I think you can't also deny his like penalty stopping abilities.
Hmm.
So you have that, and you can't really take it away. It's good, bro. You can't. But they have been starting Rulli, which is interesting.
Yeah,
Kind
like I
of,
said, I he they started early because I just think because on form Debo wasn't like at his best.
I don't think they even called up Dibu this past.
No, they haven't.
Oh no, he did, he did.
I know for a couple ones he didn't.
And at right back,
Molina, I just think his engine is just insane.
yeah, I think he's a good right back, very underrated. Because the thing, how he plays such like a right back, he's pretty much a right winger, like honestly.
He covers the entire right flank for the
Mhm.
whole 90 minutes. It's
And then if
insane.
yeah, and he probably does it like 80 minutes, 70, and then you could just sub him out for Molina, Montiel, my bad. I was like Molina for Molina. That'd be a great right center back.
Uh, Romero.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Romero. You gotta go Guti.
I was
Uh,
thinking Senesi, but I don't know what about you?
Senesi. Who does he play for?
Bournemouth? I think he's so good. So underrated.
Yeah. I mean, my other choice, it's hard because they lost Lisandro, right? And then they
Hmm.
lost Otamendi because I think he's retiring from the squad. So I think Senesi is probably the most obvious choice because that's I think that's one thing they are lacking, which is center backs.
I know they have like young prospects. I know like from I don't want to mix it up. Is it from River or Boca? One of them. They have like one young center back prospect that's been linked to Europe, so he
Mhm.
might get a shout. But I think he comes out the bench because Senesi is so good. I just think he has a good partnership, and I think people will start recognize that after this World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, left back. Again, this is probably their weakest thing, which is
I th
defense.
it's Tagliafico, isn't it? That's the only one that I can
They've been
recognize.
playing Nicolas Gonzalez.
At left back?
Mm-hmm. the Atletico Madrid left middle.
Hmm.
So it's pretty interesting.
I don't hate it. Don't hate it.
I don't either. But I would say their formation is a 4-4-2. They recently changed. Right middle, you got to put another engine on top of an engine, Jesse. What's better than one engine? Two.
Simeone.
See if oh my God, can I spell the name? Simeone. Yeah, imagine these two on the right side just constantly pressuring you and constantly chasing you all game. That's probably the worst thing in the world.
Dude, that's just Atletico Madrid right there.
Literally, because you gotta go with the ex-Atletico Madrid guy, the Paul, no? Or who were you thinking? Because I think the guarantee one is Enzo.
I think, yeah, Enzo.
But who would you put at the right centerman?
See, I think the problem with picking the best Argentine 11 is that you sort of have to curate it to make up for Messi
Hmm.
because you can't expect him to run and press like the entire game, so you kind of put legs. Because if not, I would have wanted, Nico Pass in there.
Yeah.
But to make up for that, I think you just gotta have engines there.
Can Nico Plus play the left side?
Left middle, he has been mostly playing towards center and right, but he can play left middle.
You know what? I think we should take a shot and just go pass here. Because I mean, you have these two already running up and down the field. He's more than
Yeah.
likely to cover the inside. I think pass there would be amazing. And again, this is R11. We're not going with the regular schmegler one.
Yeah. Diego
Because
Almada for left mid.
they've been playing McAllister, right, at left middle. So,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we could put McAllister there, and then he could rotate with Nico Paz, or like, yeah, Nico Paz could play in the left, and then McAllister.
so this is going to be a super offensive one. So we're assuming these two are going to go up a lot. McAllister and Paz and Simone, same thing up and down, but he's going to be going up and down. So Enzo's going to be straight up the anchor in that midfield and trying to stay put.
Well, but also Julian Alvarez starts, I think, and
True.
he's also an engine, and he will run and make up for that. So like defensive effort. So it might be attacking, but he is like will make up for that running.
And I'm
And
gonna
then
be
obviously
bold. I'm a I want to put Martinez.
Lautaro Martinez. No Messi. I don't hate it.
I want to put this just so obviously all this pressure because Lisandro pressures, Julian Alvarez pressures, Simeone, Molina, everyone pressures in this team. Bring
Yeah,
in Messi at the 60, 65th minute, just when everyone else has tired legs, and you have him at an even playing field now, especially with Messi. Because we know age is getting to Messi.
yeah,
I think he could still produce if he was in the 11, but I think you just want to give him the best possible chance of not having to run too much, not having the opposing team with fresh legs. I think that just gives too much of an advantage for Messi. So I think this is probably the best thing.
yeah. I agree. Because I would have wanted to have those two, but just the name of Messi, I think people would just expect that. But I think this is the best team,
Yeah.
especially on form. And I think this is such a well pressing team that they will suffocate teams so well that they'll be mentally exhausted by the time you sub them in.
Because then you could do this. So right, um, and do this like at halftime,
Yeah.
or even push Messi out, or push Nico Paz out and put Messi in the middle. And then you have him launching balls to Julian, Nico Paz, and Lautaro at like the 60th minute. But yeah, going back to the 4-4-2, I think this is probably the best 11. I could put him where, what the hell? All right. We'll cut this part out. Jesus. It was working fine like a while ago, but Yeah, this is probably the best 11.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a scary 11 to go in.
Definitely. So much pressing. And you're going to be exhausted and annoyed. And next is your favorite team, Jesse.
France. Now we could actually, fix France and make them a functional team.
What formation would you want to use here? The Champs?
I don't think you have enough defenders there, Jerry.
There you go. We're the French managers. We're going 4-4-4-3-3.
Yeah.
And goalkeeper, I think it's obvious.
Uh, there's an I before that.
Mike Nunn. Right back.
That's tough because they've been playing with like a couple people out of position there. I know there was like Tram and Kone.
No, but who are we playing?
France doesn't have like any really. There's Malo Gusto. He's a solid one, but he doesn't like make me like jump out of my feet.
Yeah, I wouldn't. The obvious choice people are already yelling for is Koundé, but he's been having a really bad season, so I wouldn't even risk it. I think Malo Gusto is not a bad choice for a solid right back because this is probably gonna be our weakest point, but it's not a bad one, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Right center back, Jesse.
I want to say Upamecano.
He kind of redeemed himself. At one point, he was a meme.
Yeah, he's been really good this year, and a lot of teams are trying to poach him away from Bayern Munich with that free transfer. But he's turned out really good.
Yeah, he has. Saliba, probably the best French defender at the moment. You're not saying anything?
No, I, I don't know about the bet right now. He's had his form this year hasn't been that great. I
Hmm.
feel like Gabriel has really made been the better center back this year,
All right, that's wild.
and Saliba's making up with like reputation this year. I don't think he's been that great. He can be, but like this year, I don't think it's been the sort of like short of what you expect from him.
Hmm. Left back, Jesse.
That one's also tough because there's still Digne, there's Lucas Hernandez.
And they're using Theo.
Yeah, who was that?
Uh,
Al Hilal.
who?
Yeah, I don't know because Theo on his day is great, but we haven't seen him on his day in a couple years.
Hmm.
Who
I
do you go ahead?
personally, I put Theo just so you could abort in the attack. Or even then, I'll tell him don't push up too far. Even though that's probably what the best quality you do have.
Yeah, I feel like
Or
just defensively, I would put his brother,
or I could pull the wait, who am I thinking of?
Jules Koundé, Konate.
I'll pull an Arsenal and play Haram ball. Have this guy push forward and play with three center backs. You know?
Then then I would rather put Gusto at left back and Konate at right back because Konate would basically do that when Trent was there and basically cover the right back spot. Like whenever, if you notice, again when it was against Real Madrid, it was basically Konate covering Vinny, and
Hmm.
Malo Gusto can play left back.
Okay. We can go with that.
Yep,
Right center mid.
right center mid.
Personally, I think Thuram has been good for Juventus.
He's been good, but I was thinking, do we pick a double pivot so we could play Ryan Cherki, and because we know he doesn't run back in the Fenwell to make up for him and let him have his freedom.
I personally was gonna put so we're going with the obvious. We're Mbappe's playing. Where is he gonna play?
I
You
want
want
him
him on the
left wing.
left wing?
Yeah, I wanted him left, and it was Usman Dembele at center. I think that's the best for everyone.
You said Dembele in the center.
Yeah, I think that's best for everyone.
Even leave out Hugo Etekite in the bench.
Yeah,
And you
because
want to put Turkey here, no?
no, I want to put Olisa there.
Interesting.
It's yeah, one.
That's interesting. I was gonna say like we could put Cherokee here so he doesn't have to have the defensive duties in the back here.
And then just put engines there.
Yeah, just put Engines there, a very good holding midfielder. It's funny because they're using Kante.
Yeah, I was thinking we put Tchouaméni and Camavinga there, double pivot, and then have Jetke just like those four up front could do whatever they want, and defensively they'll be solid.
Uh,
Or what do you think?
so my thing is that Camavinga and Tchouaméni have not been playing the best together. That's my issue. On paper, this is probably a fantastic team. Like you World Cup winning squad, obviously, you know.
Hmm.
My issue is the midfielders, because again, they haven't been playing well together, and it's been proven multiple times. But I think you're just gonna have to risk it, like you said, because Tchouaméni does already stay down, and Camavinga covers so much ground. Um, but again, my issue is pressure, because I know the Dembele's gonna pressure. Is Olise gonna pressure? I don't know.
He
Cherki?
he
No.
does that well with Bayern.
Hmm. Okay. So we have those two, but then we have Cherki and Mbappe not pressing. So that's why personally I like Cherki on the right wing, so you could take him away from those duties. But
Yep.
hey, we want to
Yeah.
be super offensive. You win the game by scoring goals, and I think this is probably the best thing you could get.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know your thoughts on this. If anyone you would change, maybe switch information, maybe a three in the back would have been cool because we're already
Maybe.
kind of playing it. And add another midfielder. But again,
I
Deschamps
think
could do anything, but he's probably gonna play with like four defensive midfielders and
yeah.
Rabiot somewhere in there.
Yeah. It's because with there's so much talent in France that you there's so many different directions you go. Because like you mentioned, Atequita could still get like a shout there. Barcola, Desiree Doué, like we didn't even mention them. Like there's so many players that like have a shout. Or Ali Kuche, who's for Monaco, who's been really well
Yeah.
played really well this year. So like they have so much talent that you could switch the formation and like players. So I just think for my thought is like I really think Cherki's like such an amazing talent. Olisa's had a great start that everyone's fawning over him. And I know what Mbappe and Dembele will bring to the game. So I want to give them as much, time with the ball and like let them do what they want. And that's why I put Camavinga and Tchouaméni because they'll provide like the defensive cover for them.
And all this could be possible with a competent coach.
Too bad they haven't had that since what, 2013 when the champs took over?
Yeah. It's been a while. Next team is England. Let's see if we could do this one quickly.
Uh, England's it's not coming home.
Who is their keeper?
It's the Everton one. It's
Oh my God,
uh
I hate him.
Pickford.
Yeah, Pickford.
There's also Trafford and Nick Pope, but I just think they go Pickford.
It's
And they
probably
don't,
the best thing there, right?
yeah, they're all solid. They're like nothing like spectacular. Trafford had big expectations if with Man City, but then they signed Donnarumma, so
They've been using Dean Henderson, and he's not bad. So
Dean Henderson's good. I'll go with Dean Henderson over
yeah, I was gonna
Pickford any
say,
day.
I don't like Pickford, but yeah, I think Dean Henderson is a solid keeper
Hmm.
and not arrogant. Right back, what are you playing?
Reece James.
Not Trent.
Uh,
Right, right center back.
yeah. This is tough because they don't really have that many. I think what
Uh,
Guehi. I think Guehi's great. I know people
and
were can say John Stones, but that man should not be on the team.
he's gonna surprise you, but I got Maguire on left center back.
I honestly I was gonna say Maguire, and I don't hate it. He's great for England. He's
Hmm.
solid. He's dependable. He'll give you a goal from a corner.
Like you know what you're gonna get out of him. And it's
Yeah,
crazy too because we were so critical on Maguire like for
he
years, but he's kind of we
he's
know
turned
what
it
he is.
around.
He's pretty good.
He turned it around. And plus, John Stones is so overrated that he should not start. He cost him in the Euro.
Yeah, definitely. Left back, who do you want to play?
It's between Lewis Hall and who else?
I got Spence from Tottenham.
Jet Spence. Don't hate it. I think Lewis Hall has a higher upside though. I would rather go with him. I know he's injured this year or has been injured this year, but I still think he's just the best one.
Okay, we'll try it out.
Oh, maybe O'Reilly, Jerry. I just remembered from Man City.
He has been consistent. He actually beat no, he didn't beat. Who was it? Nuno? The left
Yeah.
back they bought?
Oh, Nuri from Wolves, the
Nuri, there you go.
Algerian guy.
Yes, so he's been pretty solid from. Oh my God, what is his first name? Because Nico.
His first name? Nico.
Nico O'Reilly. So it's not bad. You don't want to do Lewis Skelly?
He hasn't even started this year, has he?
No, he hasn't been getting a lot of minutes. So I think you can't trust him this season with no minutes. Sucks for him
Yeah.
though, but you can blame Arteta for playing six center backs. Right center mid,
Declan?
he works. I think Declan is a guaranteed starter in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, are you gonna want to play Jude as well?
I think this is where the problems come in.
Because yeah, this is where England's been trying to like solve is like whether to play Jude, who else? Rice and Foden together, but they've been having issues with it. I don't think England is as deep as they think they are.
I know there's a lot of hype with Anderson. He's a CM, CDM
Hmm.
for Nottingham Forest, and then there's also Warden from Crystal Palace, who are both linked with like big moves like this summer, but I don't know. You want to go to the forwards instead and see how that helps us decide how the midfield goes,
To what?
the forward line?
The 4-4-2?
No, like the front three.
Oh yeah, sure. Harry Kane's a starter.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. I want to play Marcus Rashford at left wing.
I don't hate it. I think that's what brings out the best in Harry Kane because that's why he had such a great partnership with the Son.
Yeah.
Speed on the side so he could pass it.
And he's been great this season. He's been having great goals and assists this season. Our right wing.
Palmer or Saka?
I want to go with Palmer.
I say Palmer. I think he's better.
I think he's more of a threat.
Yeah.
And again, we have that midfield problem. All right, Jesse, I think we ultimately pick Warden as the left center mid.
Yeah, Adam Morton from Crystal Palace. He's been linked with a bunch of teams. He's looked like he's gonna make a big money move this summer. He just looks solid defensively and provides a little bit also offensively. So
Definitely. And then you got to go Jude. You got to try to make it work. You want best 11, you could probably do it. Especially what I want to see is because we know Harry Kane drops,
mhm.
so he could create and like do long balls, which is what he's great at. I think Jude, when Kane does that, I'm pretty sure he's been giving instruction. Jude just has to take up that space and run straight down in a straight line.
Well,
Occupy the center backs.
I think what he does well is also that he just crashes the box really well. He makes those timely runs. He has that knack for being the right place at the right time. So he could just do those bombarding runs and he doesn't also have to worry too much about like the defensive behind with Declan Rice and Warden. And there's
Definitely.
there's a lot of creativity inside, especially with Palmer and Rashford in the current form there. Well, not necessarily Palmer, but like Rashford's in great form. And Palmer, well, we know what he can do, especially creatively and like also offense, like directness.
Definitely. And we saw what he did. Was it last World Cup where people were complaining that he wasn't getting minutes? Or
The
was it the
Euro,
Euro? the Euro
Euro.
when he wasn't getting minutes, he came on, did incredible things, and I think he could do the same.
Yeah.
So, do you think this is a World Cup winning squad? I think it like tinkers, like potentially. It could make it to the semifinal.
I think it's England, so I automatically I don't like it. So, but I think this is their functionally best 11. They still have like players that I think depending on the situation fit the team better. Like if like they're up against a low block or like oh they need to focus on set pieces. I think for set pieces bring Bukayo Saka and just have him do that. Or like break teams down, you could bring in Foden, or even like just like you need athleticism, they could bring in Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa.
Hmm.
Like they just have a lot of options.
Yeah, they have a decent amount, and we'll see what Tuchel does. We do know he's a specialist in like short-form tournaments, so it's exciting.
And plus, I think he also tinkers with the lineups the most out of anyone. Like he won't do like the same 11 usually, so you could expect a lot of changes between 11s.
Definitely. And the last squad, Portugal, Jesse, starting with the keeper.
Jota
What's
from Porto,
I was gonna say it's
Diogo Jota.
Diogo.
He's right there. Oh, he's right there.
I did not see him. Diogo Costa, no?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Jota, my bad. Costa,
Uh,
yeah.
right back. Who do they have at right back? Semedo, no? I think he's been like pretty fine.
I've seen reports of like Cancelo getting back into graces, so maybe
That's interesting to have Cancelo in this squad.
they could put Mateo Nunes because he has been playing, center or right back for Man City.
That's
I
true.
I would prefer him or Nelson Semedo.
What's
My
the Man City guy we just said? Nudi? No, he's Moroccan, right?
who? Hakimi?
Nudi? No, Nudi. The
Left back?
the left back, yeah. I know he plays right back too, but I think he's Moroccan.
Is he Moroccan? I thought he was Algerian. That's my
Oh,
bad.
yeah, he's not Portuguese. That's one thing.
No.
Uh, you gotta go Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves. Oh my God.
Ruben, dude, you just got these things mixed. Ruben Diaz.
Ruben Diaz. And then what's the Benfica guy? Antonio Silva.
Antonio Silva. But they've been more going with Gonzalo Ignacio from
Hmm.
Sporting. But I love Antonio Silva. I think he's so good. I think either one's fine.
Yeah, I like these two partnerships. And then left back, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mensch. Center midfielders. We go. João Neves is definitely
Joel
a
Neves.
starter.
Yep. Vitinha.
Vitinha. I'm gonna go ahead and put the left winger. I don't know if you have any objections, but I want to put Leao.
No.
How the hell do you spell his name?
Leao.
I see. And left center mid. Do you have anything?
Left center mid. I think they go Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes. I would play him centrally. Obviously, not Neves down here.
Hmm.
Same thing with Vitinha, just build up from the back. Right winger. The obvious choice is Bernardo Silva, but I feel like he hasn't produced for the national team as much.
I think it's either Pedro Neto or Chico Conchicao, but I think is better off the bench.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Neto, like, he will run for you, and then you could just bring, like, he'll tire out that side back or that left back, and then you bring in Chico Conchicao, and then he'll get you that.
And then striker. I know you want to say it.
I think Cristiano. I, s- I don't think they have, like, any other striker that's really in form.
I don't want to put him there personally. I would
I
put
don't,
Gonzalo Ramos because I think Cristiano. I'm I bench Messi. I would bench Ronaldo as well,
But
personally.
but the thing is, they just don't have any other striker. Like Ramos, he doesn't even start that much for PSG. Like he doesn't get anything. If anything, I would put Joao Felix.
The guy playing in Saudi,
Yeah, he's had a decent run.
that's interesting. Because the only downside is that Leao doesn't like defending. He never likes it. So you're gonna
Hmm.
have Joao Felix on top of that, who also doesn't like defending. So it's tough. Neto, he does. He presses pretty well. I would like Ramos personally. I don't mind Joao Felix, so it makes this team interesting. But I would not want to start Ronaldo, and I'll die on that hill. So
I think Ronaldo is probably the only striker they have right now. The only other one that I could think of, and then that's just like people won't probably won't know is the striker from Sporting. He's had a good competition. He's just because he hasn't made that big move, and I think he's like 27. But his if you look him up, if you look up Pedro Goncalves, I think.
ooh.
Pedro Goncalves, he's plays for Sporting. I think he's probably the other option. I think Joao Felix because he has decent numbers, people will recognize him, but he's been had decent competition. You could look at his numbers and see like for yourself. I think and plus he's like a true striker.
Yeah, I think anyone other than Ronaldo is better. I think Ronaldo does bring the team down because he's obviously playing at a slower pace. Sometimes wants to drift on the wing and take up positions he's not supposed to be taking. I think a more natural striker would be beneficial. Or if you want to put Bruno Fernandes there and put
No,
uh,
I hate that. I hate
Bernardo here, I think
no,
it'll probably be
no,
a better solution than
no,
playing. I think it's a better solution than playing Ronaldo.
no.
But I'm fine with this. I think they are lacking a striker. That's their biggest weakness in this squad, and a right back.
I think Ronaldo comes in super sub. He's great because he will get you that goal.
Yeah, I don't mind. Well, he hasn't been getting them in the previous World Cups knockout, so I wouldn't say it's a guaranteed goal. But I do prefer him coming off the bench than
But he
starting.
does have that magic. Remember that game against Spain?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'd rather have him come off the bench.
Yeah, Pedro Goncalves. He starts for Sporting. He has 8 goals, 5 assists. Started 11.
See, it's great. Then you could also have Trincao come off the bench for the left side. El Chico Conceição on top of that too. So they have room, but I think they are getting limited by the striker position. But do you think they win the World Cup with this squad?
They do. And Mike Goat gets his World Cup.
And if he doesn't, it's fine. He wasn't ever dreaming about the World Cup.
It, it's not important. It's not important.
But I think this is a good squad. I could definitely see him making the final with this, potentially even winning it on top of that too. I think
I
this is
think,
one of the most underrated squads.
yeah,
People overlook them.
yeah, I think they just have so much talent. And the thing is, they just work well together.
Well, it helps when you have, what is it, one, two, three
Yeah.
players on playing in the same squad, and they're all key players for their squad, like immovable objects in their squad.
Yeah, arguably the best in their positions.
Yeah, so that helps too. But that was it. Let us know what you guys think on those squads, if you would improve them, if you want to see more of this. Yeah, let us know.
Yep.
Any other closing thoughts, Jesse? Your fantasy league, how's that going?
I won. I beat and team in first place, so I'm in good form, good form.
I am teetering right now because I am facing a guy with the Scott squad, but no bench. But I'm holding on, and let's see if I could hold on longer. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Tell this to a friend, send this to your mom, send this to your dad. Have someone watch it. Peace.
Peace.